Hi, guys. Welcome back to another The Deciding Factor podcast extra segment. I'm John.
And I'm Barb.
And we've got Lisa coming back for round 2 because Alton's still out in the mountains getting stuck in the snow, I'm sure. We'll have to find out what happens with that still. But for now, we are doing a Would You Rather segment, right?
Yes, we are.
So this will get wild and crazy, I'm sure, because Lisa is out of control and she's from Canada. So it's coming.
Yeah, let her out. You're in for it.
All right, guys, stay tuned. This is the Deciding Factor Extra.
Bringing you their thoughts on today's news and current events. Coming to you from Austin, Texas, this is the Deciding Factor Extra. With your hosts, Alton Hill and John Herzog.
All right, Barb, hit me good.
Okay, here we are. Would you rather? Would you rather incur the wrath of a toddler or a feminist?
Where do you get these ones?
Out of my head. This is just purely out of my head. Trying to decide which seems worse.
I can handle a toddler. I cannot handle a feminist because that gets too intense. I can at least play fetch with a toddler. So
fetch with like they'll go fetch or fetch with like
yeah, I'm not going to go fetch it.
No. Okay. Well, just like the picture in my head that you're saying, you're like fetch with a toddler, like.
Oh, throw the toddler.
That's what I'm sort of hearing. So I'm like, I mean, I get that.
The toddler
I think
is the fetch item.
That's sort of what I was hearing. But okay, no, I misunderstood. Go ahead.
Oh, man. Go fetch, Bella. Go get her.
Lisa, man. What about you?
No, I can't do the toddler. They're unreasonable. They're unreasonable.
And a feminist isn't?
Well, I feel like there's different thinking patterns that you can maybe kind of follow. Toddlers are...
You've been in Canada too long.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I mean, and when they're your own... and you love them so much, and they're so like you. All the things that make you crazy are you. You're like, why are you so stubborn? Why don't you listen? Why do you make so no? Like it's you. All the things that make you crazy are you. So really, you're mad at yourself. It's like a double whammy.
I'm totally gonna agree with you on that. I feel like a feminist, I could distract. Like, look over there, because you try to do that with toddlers, at least in our house. Like. Look. Yeah, like look, go get mad at them. But with toddlers, you can be like, look at the airplane, and they can still stare at you and be like, I don't like airplanes, and it's a different.
Or they change their mind.
Which I guess,
like one day they love sandwiches with the crust, and then the next day the crust is like the biggest meltdown ever. Or they love apples, and then they hate apples. Like, which one is it? Pick one.
Okay. I can hear what John is thinking right now. That's also sort of true with feminists, right? Like, I love gluten. We're supposed to. No, we hate gluten. But I think that's just people. I'm with Lisa on this one. I would rather have a feminist mad at me. Okay. Would you rather eat all of the parts of a pineapple, inside and outside, or eat nothing but tofu for a day?
Oh, man. I'll let you screw it up first, Lisa. Go for it.
I can go... Okay, tofu can take on any form. Can I flavor the tofu? Can I do things? Yeah. So tofu's like any kind of meat. Like,
can I put it on pizza and consider that it?
Well, I mean, you could work with it. Like, work with me, people, is what tofu's saying to us. Like, you can flavor it. You can season it. You can, you make smoothies out of it. You can make it. You can bake the crap out of it and make it like meat. The pineapple, I mean, going in and going out would not be pleasant.
Surprised Barb didn't give that for me to try that one night.
Right.
Believe it or not, didn't think it would work as well as what I gave you. So All right, which would it be?
Spiky. Nothing spiky for me, thank you.
I would go with the tofu as well. Pineapple would cause too many issues coming and going. I'm just like, ugh, acid reflux or
fascinating to me. That
the nighttime fun stuff. Yeah.
If we can cook the tofu, like, can't we cook down the pineapple too? I was assuming same rules for both, you know, like you could make it less.
But you said that's what you would eat all day. So no matter how you cook it, you're still going to get the runs from it.
No, for tofu. You have to eat one pineapple. You have to eat tofu all day.
Oh, we only have to eat one pineapple? Well, then screw it. I'm going pineapple.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, for me, tofu is it. I know it's supposed to take on the flavor of anything, and that makes me not trust it. I don't trust food that has like no identity, food that's trying to lie to me. I have a problem with soy in general, just because it's like, okay, I'm actually trying this. People in their 30s hit their magical thing is what I've discovered. So a lot of my friends have found their magical thing. Like, this is what makes me lose weight. This is what makes me sleep. This is, you know, whatever. And so I've been systematically trying all of my friends' thing in their 30s. And one of the ones I'm trying right now, it involves a lot of like soy and stevia. And I've realized that not only do I think it kind of tastes bad, on principle, it ticks me off. Like, stop faking being sugar. You're not sugar. You know, like, be what you are and be nasty and admit it. Like, I don't like being lied to by my food. So I would choose pineapple.
Yeah, I don't think tofu's natural. Like, pineapple, we know where the pineapple comes from. Where exactly? How did it get pressed in that perfect little square? Where?
I'm saying. Exactly.
It's supposed to be
what tofu tree did you fall off of? Yeah, exactly.
So maybe I changed my answer. I think you persuaded me to go to the pineapple.
Point.
Here's a weird question for you. So, pineapple, supposedly, you know, the top of the pineapple can grow only one pineapple. So how did they end up multiplying all these pineapples throughout the years?
Wait a second. Where did you get the idea that you could only grow one pineapple off of a?
I believe it. This is going to be bad. My parents came back from Hawaii and they went to the Dole farm. It's Dole pineapples, I believe. Yeah. And apparently they were told that one stem of the pineapple will only grow one pineapple. So how do you multiply it?
Did they also tell you that thunder is clouds talking to each other?
I have no idea. I wasn't the one on the trip smoking pot.
Just questions I have. Moving on. All right. Would you rather have 1,000 tarantulas in your home or 1,000 crickets in your bedroom?
I'm sorry. Go ahead and reword that.
Would you rather have 1,000 tarantulas? No, I'm just saying it slower, aren't they? Yeah. Tarantulas in your house or crickets where you sleep?
Golly, what on earth?
I'm letting you go first on this one. I'm interested to hear your answer.
Mm-hmm. Give us a good manly answer. Let's go.
Oh man, I would have to go with the crickets, and that's gonna suck. But I can't get bit by a cricket. I can get bit by a tarantula, so I don't want a tarantula to the nutsack at night. So I'm out.
And for that reason,
only for that reason. Every other reason doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. I was in Barbados on a trip, and it was one of those like not all inclusive things. We had like friends of the family that had an actual house like in Barbados, but there were windows, but the windows weren't covered. They were just open windows in the middle of Barbados. And we had gone out one night and lights were all off when we came back into the house, and I went into my bedroom and opened and flipped on the light, and on my bed was this, in my mind, I don't actually know how big it was, but in my mind it looked like this big, like bigger than my head, and I couldn't even I went to scream, but
you'd already been bit and paralyzed your vocal cords?
Nothing came out. Nothing was coming out. And then my friends went and started grabbing shoes to kill it. And the thing was fast. So they were like smack, smacking it, and there was like a leg over here, and then like, but it kept going, and then they were like smacking it, and there was like a leg over here. I am still scarred. I am still like, there's like the tiniest little spider in our bathroom, and like I'm like, babe, you have to come kill it. I can't. Like in my brain, I just always see this massive. So I guess I have arachnophobia, and I'm coming out with it right now. But I just no spiders for me. God no, that's my worst nightmare.
Now, do crickets hibernate or something during winter, or how does that work?
I don't know.
That might also change my decision.
Not if they're in your house.
No, they're loud.
I mean, yeah, they're loud.
I ain't sleeping.
Yeah, I think Lisa's answer totally confirms what mine was going to be. Like if there's a house that's got that many crickets or tarantulas, I'm moving. Quite frankly,
But that's not the question.
Yeah,
You
option
You have to
C,
choose
man.
one or the other.
Tune in on another podcast. I'm always going to choose the other option. Like, no, sleep in the yard. Sheesh. And
So which one are you going to go with? You have to choose one.
No, I'm being serious. I would move.
But you have to choose one.
Is that allowed? She didn't.
Holiday Inn. I wrote the questions, man. So yeah.
No, I'm going to need an answer. Otherwise, you automatically lose.
I lose stuff all the time. That is my skill set, actually, is to lose quizzes. I'm working on setting a record. I'm getting close. Wow. Okay, this might
tarantulas. That's what we're going to go with.
Yeah. You know what? Whatever sells the house better. So, would you rather vacation in Iceland or Bermuda? I was going to say Barbados, but I have the answer there.
No, don't.
Yeah, no, don't.
Or Bermuda.
I don't know. I've heard Iceland is really pretty. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get fat and old, more fat and more old than I already am. So I guess I'm going to go with Iceland. That way I have really pretty scenery to die with.
I was going to say, what in the world does that have to do with it? You're going to get fat and old, and ergo you'd rather be cold?
No, Iceland is actually green.
Let's say Greenland then. That's probably what I was going for. I was thinking something cold.
Oh, so now you're just going to change
Now
everything up.
changes it. When I have my answer, she goes and switches it up.
Yeah.
I do that. It happens sometimes. Yeah. Think cold versus tropical. Like, where would you rather go?
Mount Everest or the beach?
Well,
You do you, boo.
Iceland, if you watch the Netflix series Down to Earth, they go to Iceland, and they're very like sustainable there. They cracked eggs and like baked bread like on the soil. It was like this really weird, amazing, cool, like they use all of their resources, and everything is super fresh with their food, and there's like hot springs and natural springs and spas, and
I'm telling you, Iceland would be great.
Cold, but
she switched it and turned it to Greenland. So
I don't know anything about Greenland, so
Greenland is colder. Greenland is where the ice is. Iceland is where the green is.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm going with the beach now. So
change it to Bermuda.
It strikes me that any group of people that is that like responsible and resourceful would drive me nuts. I think that I would feel compelled to leave like Kraft macaroni and cheese on all of their countertops every time I came to visit, you know, like, or can I have 2 straws with that? There's just something about it. I think it would annoy me to have an entire culture that was that constantly responsible. So I'm probably going to say Bermuda. Although I was going to say Greenland. Okay. Yeah, now you know. I have ornery streaks. They come and go. Would you rather coach T-ball or become a mountain Sherpa guide?
What's mountain Sherpa again?
Okay, Lisa had a great definition for this. This is like the person.
Yeah, the mountaineer who gets like you're gonna climb Everest. It's like the person that's gonna not only get you up, but like get you back down. So helping you with your breathing, your oxygen, eating, the whole bit.
It's like babysitting a hyper motivated adult or babysitting a fairly motivated kid. T-ball, that's pretty intense.
T-ball. The randomness of this question. There's no like Greenland.
She's
T-ball
probably
coach-
trying to decide her personal decisions, and she wants us to do the decision making for her.
So wait, so what is it again? Coach a T-ball team, or what's with this? Be a Sherpa?
Yeah, like, or be that mountaineer. Like, basically, would you rather? I think if I can boil down my thinking, would you rather try to guide and instruct a kid or an adult?
I think.
Yeah.
But being a Sherpa is much different than just helping an adult.
No, but I mean, like, it's a whole guiding. I got to assume that if you're a mountain Sherpa for Everest, that you're like, okay, that's your nose. Breathe in through it. Because people that do Everest, you know what I mean? Like, there's just a whole different level of crazy going on there. And I figure with T-ball, very similarly, where it's like, this is your hand. And your hand is going to go on this thing called a bat. With me? Okay. You know,
So I
think
coached T-ball already, so I'm going to go with that rather than deal with the Sherpa business. So pretty simple for me. But the problem is you got to realize when you're coaching, these kids don't give a crap, and a lot of the parents don't give a crap either. So you got to calm down.
That was my actual probably reasoning for picking the Sherpa. Usually when people hike Everest or they do these like big, I mean, those aren't just like, hey, I'm going to go run a 5K. Like, there's like thought behind these hikes, and usually there's a real driver behind that. There's an emotional overcoming of something. There's a physical barrier they've overcome. Like, there's a real deep-rooted reason why somebody usually wants to do those kinds of quests.
But you won't kill a kid in T-ball. You'll kill somebody going to Mount Everest.
Well, I didn't say I was going to be good at it. I mean, there's no, like, are you the best Sherpa, or do you just kind of show up one day? Like, I didn't, you know. I don't think an interview to be hired, you know. But,
What mountain are we going up?
Yeah. I can never spell this one.
Yeah, T-ball just, they can go rogue. No one cares. And you got to provide snacks, don't you?
I assume sure.
No, you're Canadian. You're just going to take the whiskey with you.
All right. Well, see, I was thinking, like, your logic of why you should do T-ball instead, because, you know, so you don't kill somebody. I was thinking, like, if you get really fed up with the person that's hiring you, you can do literally nothing to this kid in T-ball, right? Their parents are watching, and people are so protective about their own kids. But if you're up there on Everest and you're the Sherpa and you've got an annoying guy that's already paid you, he could fall off a cliff and nobody would ever know. It just seems like there's a different level of freedom. Okay, last one. Would you rather dig a trench or clean a gutter?
What?
Would you rather dig a trench or clean a gutter? Like,
I feel like this is one of the around the house deals you had to do recently.
Nope, just things I think about.
Are we trying to solve issues in your marriage? Is that what we're saying?
In my marriage,
do something you didn't want to do?
I do neither. My husband would be like, nope, you're too pretty. You sit, I'll do it.
Oh, dang.
What is the purpose of trenches being dug? Why would you?
Let's say irrigation.
If your Sherpa business goes south.
It's always the job.
Yeah.
I want to clean the gutter. I don't think that just sounds exhausting, digging trenches, and I mean, yeah, I don't want to spend my time doing that. I got things to do. That just seems like a long commitment. I don't know. But then what are you going to find in a gutter? Oh, depending on how long that's been touched. I mean, that could be.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to be a barb, but I don't want to do either. But
I suppose you could.
But
I'll give you my pass if you want. You can use my option.
I'm a wimp even when it comes to gardening. Like, I get so excited to go out in the garden, and then the first like stump I hit, it's like just I curse, and then I just throw the shovel, and I'm like, babe, this is too hard. Right? Like, I'm a really good general foreman. That's what I always say. I'm like, put that plant over there and dig that thing up and put those chips there, but I don't want to actually do. You're too bougie for it, huh? Yeah, I'm the good general foreman. I don't want to be digging. Yeah. I don't want to be digging.
I love that logic, though. I was thinking that with all the like our bug conversation. I'm like, that's why I don't do the garden thing. Honestly, I am really spoiled in my house, and vegetables come into my house washed. So I don't even tell them where to plant it. As far as I know, slugs don't exist and earwigs don't live in lettuce because they take them outside and they wash them and they bring them in, and it's like they just grew this way. I'm a big fan of not knowing how to do that.
Mhm.
Go ahead, John. Gutters or trenches?
I am going to go with trenches because I'm thinking this a little forward by going to one of the tractor rental places. I'm going to get one of those little John Deere tractors, dig that ditch with that. And
You want to ditch witch. That's what you're saying.
You're gonna hire it out. You're gonna, yeah.
No, I mean, I'll do it myself, but I'm going to use a toy to do it. But here's the big problem I have with cleaning the gutters. My cousin just recently was doing work on her house with her husband. She got up on the ladder, got all the way to the top, and then all of a sudden it came backwards. And when she landed on the ground, her ankle went the opposite direction. So I'm not taking a chance like that. So I'm out.
Well, that'll get her out of digging ditches for a while.
Yep.
Ladder safety, people. It's a real thing.
So I don't have that much balance anymore when I'm up on a ladder.
Anymore is just, it's baiting me to ask a question or crack a joke, but I'm not going to. So Lisa, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Whoa.
Did I not answer?
You didn't answer.
Oh, I would have done gutters. It's the bug thing. I don't want to find bugs in the ground.
Okay. Well,
see, it's pretty easy.
Fine. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this show. Lisa, thanks for coming again. And once again, you and Barb teed off against each other on Funk Quest, so they can go back and see how crazy y'all both were at the same time, right?
They can.
Nice. Yep.
All right. Make sure you stay tuned. Catch all of our normal podcasts on the Deciding Factor podcast website or social media. And make sure to catch some of these other fun segments, the Think Fast, the What Would You Rather. There's all sorts of fun stuff we do. So, guys, we'll see you next time. Everyone, say bye.
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 This has been another episode of the Deciding Factor Extra, giving you food for thought on real-life issues. Be sure to click, like, and subscribe to this podcast, as well as all your big social media outlets. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Don't forget to check out our website, thedecidingfactorpodcast.com, and give us comments and feedback. Until next time, stay safe and keep an open mind.